Hello, how are you, my dear students? Are you all right? Okay, so today I've come up with the new video of verbs, that is part 3. So, English grammar, it's verb part 3 for part 3. And today we are going to discuss what we have done in the previous class. I want to remind you that in previous class we have learned about phrasal verbs. What is phrasal verbs? You know that we have discussed a brief about phrasal verbs in previous class. So phrasal verb means here phrasal verbs are made with the combination of a verb and a preposition, sometime adverbs, which perform the same function as a verb in the sentence. For example, bring up, calm down, abide by, dive into. So these are all these verbs, phrasal verbs, are also working as a main verb, but can give different meaning. Understand? So we have learned about that in previous class. Likewise, we discussed about transitive and intransitive verbs. You know that we discuss about transitive and intransitive verbs. So you know that about that, and I want to remind you if you have forgotten about that. So a transitive verb is a verb used with the direct object and can be used in the passive voice. So you understand that if there is a direct object, or you can say direct object in the sentence, and if that can be changed into passive voice, then it's called transitive verb. So, for example, here a direct object in a sentence is a noun or pronoun that is receiving the action of the verb. For example, the sentence the children are sorry the in the sentence the children eat biscuits uses the transitive verb eat and the direct object biscuits. The direct object biscuits tells us what the children ate. So that is about the transitive verb. Now we discussed in the previous class about the intransitive verb. Intransitive verb means here a direct object that is a noun. Sorry, intransitive verb or direct object is a noun or pronoun that is acted on by the verb and answer the questions who or what. In transitive verb, the questions of who and what can be answered very easily because there is a direct object. Understand? So we learned about that in previous class. And an intransitive verb isn't used with direct object. If you talk about intransitive verb, there is no direct object. For example, the sentence birds fly uses the intransitive verb fly. There is no direct object in the sentence. The birds didn't perform the actions of flying on another object. So fly must be in intransitive verb. So what is the difference between transitive verb and intransitive verb? Because there are basically the difference between object. If there is object, then it's called transitive verb, and if there is no object, then it's called intransitive verb. So we also discussed in the previous class about that a linking verb. Linking verb is also discussed about. Linking verb is what is linking verbs? Linking verb is a type of verb that usually link the subjects in a sentence to the another to other part of the sentence to make a meaningful sentence. We discussed in the previous class about the linking verbs. It connects the subject to the object, an adjective, and even a prepositional phrase, all to be forms of verbs, and verbs like seem and become can act as a linking verb. Learn about four things here. Understand, my dear students? First of all, dynamic verbs, and the second one is we discuss about stative and non-active verbs, and third one is we discuss about infinitive, and the last one we discuss gerund. Okay, these are the four types of verb we are going to discuss today, and so please be with me until the end of the class. So first of all, dynamic, that is called action verb. There are three major types of dynamic verbs. The first one is accomplishment verb, expressing action that has a logical endpoint, such as accelerate, boost, develop, gain, amplify, attain, accomplish, etc. And another one is achievement verbs, expressing action that occurs instantaneously, such as grow, produce, improve, increase, across, and achieve. And the last one is activity verb. That is expressing action that can go on for an indefinite period of time, such as run, walk, jump, talk, sing, speak, eat, drink, pull, push, fetch, bring, teach, etc. So these three dynamic verb basically shows different type of action. Understand? So now we discuss about the stative non-action verb that doesn't show any action, but the an stative verb is a type of verb that describes a state of being or perception. Okay, perception means what? Understand? Perception means a kind of feeling, a kind of opinion about something that is called perception. And stative verbs can refer to a mental state, like a kind of mental state, for example, believe, or emotional states, for example, dislike, as well as physical states or qualities such as contain. So these things are the basic things about the static verbs. And it is also referred as a non-action verb. That is, you know that in previous topic also that is also action. Sorry, express that is a static verb is referred as non-action verb. They basically these things static verbs often relate to the following things. For example, thoughts and opinion. I told you that's a mental state in the previous class. You understand that? And for example, agree, believe, doubt, guess, imagine, know, mean, recognize, remember, suspect, think, understand. These things about these verbs, basically talk about the thoughts and opinion. Likewise, there is a feelings and emotion. For example, dislike, hate, like, love, prefer, want, wish. So these verbs shows kind of feelings and emotion. And another is senses and perception. For example, appear, be, feel, hear, look, see, seem, smell, taste. So these verbs talk about the kind of sense or perception. And the last one is now we discuss about the possession and measurement. For example, belong, have, measure, own, possesses, weigh. These verbs shows a kind of possession and measurement. Now, my dear students, it's time to check your understanding about dynamic and static verbs with simple question. I'm going to ask few simple questions that you can guess whether it's right or wrong. And there is a short questions, so you can answer in brief. Let's check it out. So put the appropriate dynamic or static verbs based on the root verbs from the brackets. That means you need to change the verbs in bracket according to static or dynamic verbs. So whether it's what does the correct answer? For example, number one, John think about the future. So what is the right answer? Can you guess it? Yeah, that may be right. Let me check it out. Guess. What's the right answer? Yeah, of course. John is thinking about his future. The right answer is John is thinking. Next is Ali have three sisters. What is the right answer? Can you guess it? Ali have three sisters. Is it correct? If I say if no change, if I rewrite without change anything, that will be correct. Let's guess. No. It means Ali. There should be the correct answer should be has. Last one is it smell like something is burning. So there is a verb that is a static verb smell is here. So what will be the right answer for here? Smells. That's right. You might have guessed right answer. I know that. And then another fourth number is the boys play with sister with their new toys. What will be the right answer? The boys plays. Yeah, plays. Plays the right answer. Another is Sarah look like she has been crying. So the verb must be changed according to the subject. Okay, the third person. So what will be the right answer? Guess it. Yeah, looks. That will be the right answer. Another is now here. I want another coffee. So here, want is the main verb and first person pronoun is there. So what will be the right answer? Can you guess it? Guess it? Yeah, what is? There is no change at all. And another is we have a really good time. So can you guess it? What is that? How can we can change verb? Whether verb have will be changed or not? Can you guess it? Please, let's second, sir. Yeah, we're having a really good time. That will be correct according to the statistics and dynamic sense. Okay. Another is Peter and Alice and Peter need to go to the shop. So the verb need to be changed or not? Can you guess it? Let's take the answer. Yeah, no change at all. Okay, because they are the plural subject. Okay, because and is there between two subject, and the shop be is really very busy because this be is a root verb. So can you guess what will be the if be is in present sense? This is in I'm giving you a clue about that. This be is in the present sense. Okay. So what will be the right answer? Can you guess it? Please. Okay. Yeah, of course is. And the last but not the least, there is a 10th number. The baby sleep on the sofa. So it shows continuous. I'm giving you a clue about that. It's a present tense. Okay. So it is a continuous sense. Can you guess it? Guess it? Of course. That is the baby is sleeping on the sofa. Very good. You have done well. Okay. That is infinitive. So infinitive. No, what is infinitive? Let's check it out. Infinitive is the base form of verbs. For example, the writing in the letter the writing in the letter was too small to see. So this to see I have underlined here for your easy understanding. Okay, to see is infinitive. All right. Basically, that is a to before the base form of verb. Okay. An infinitive verb is a verb form that is preceded by to. Okay, that means the two just came before the main verb. Okay, to is that is preceded by to, such as to make, to bring, to exercise, and so on. It is also used to refer to the base verb that doesn't function as the verb in the sentence. Sometimes it doesn't function as the verb. Okay, that is a nature of infinitives. Next, infinitive are formed by verbs adding the words to in front of the verb. That means infinitive are formed by the adding the to. That means it's similar like that, okay? Because we just add to before the root verb or main verb. That in front of the verb. They can work as noun, adverb, and adjective in a sentence. And in the infinitive forms of the verb allow the subject. The builders are doing sketch in the building to lurk in the shadows, but they are always there. So in this sentence here, you can see the infinitive form of the verb allows the subject. The builders are doing sketch in the building to lurk in the shadows. So here, can you guess what is infinitive in the given example? Of course, to lurk here. This is the example of to infinitive. Infinitive. I'm going to talk about the types of infinitive. Yeah, infinitive, you know that I told you just before. To plus base form, to plus main verb. That means there are three types of infinitive. Understand? The three types of infinitive are full or infinitive, bear, and split. Full means infinitive, bear, and split. Okay, I'm going to describe what the three types of this infinitive are about. All right. So let's talk about number one, infinitive. Full infinitive is also called infinitive. That's the same. You can say full infinitive, or you can say infinitive. That is the same. Infinitive, also known as to infinitive. Infinitive, also known as to infinitive. Okay, which use the word to before the base form of the verb or main verb. Yeah, of course, if we are using to before the main verb or base form of verb, or we can say root verb, that is called to infinitive. For example, here I'm lucky to hear from you after a long period. You can see I just underlined here for your easy understanding and reference. Don't promise to solve the issues more than your capability. So that means here in this example to solve is a infinitive here. Let's talk about second type that is called bare infinitive, also known as zero infinitive. Okay, that is also called a zero infinitive, which uses the only base form of verb without to. In this sense, there is no to, no there is a no base form of verb you can use, which uses the only base form of verb without to. That means there is no to, only the main verb, only the root form can be used as a infinitive. We are not basically using to before the root form of verb or main verb. You can see here, for example, I made him beg for the next candy. So this beg is an infinitive here, bare infinitive, or can say it's a zero infinitive. Another is she heard me scream. In this sentence, scream is a bare infinitive. And the last one example, he let the kid climb the tree. In this sentence, in this example, climb is a what you can say a bare infinitive or zero infinitive. And we talk about the split infinitive. All right, split, the last type of the infinitives, split infinitive. When the adjectives or adverbs which often come in between infinitive and to. If between infinitive and to, if there is an adjective and adverb comes, it is called as split infinitive. All right, I'll give example. Don't worry about that. And for example, you can see here, Ryan, a person, a boy. Okay, Ryan decided to gradually decrease the amount of the time he spent on his phone every day. Ryan decided to gradually decrease. You can see there is a adjective or adverb that comes between infinitive and to. This infinitive, this is to. If there is a in between something come, some adjective or adverb come, that is called split infinitive. You can see this gradually is adverb. Okay, so that is come between infinitive and to. That's why it's called split infinitive. So another is she seems to often be up and about early in the morning. So here often is an here adjectives here can say be and to, between two, often is come between two here. So it's called split infinitive. Okay, and then another is Raj likes to gradually come. Here to and come between there is gradually. That's why it's gradually is a verb here. So it's that's why it's called split infinitive here. And Raj likes to gradually comes to consciousness in the morning after he wakes. Last example here, I'm going to few last examples are here. I told him to carefully review to here the material. The cat seems to really want some roast chicken. You can see it's laughing. Okay, the cats also, not only human being also, but cat also like roast chickens. That's fantastic. Okay, so this you can see from this more clearly about that. So this is adverb lightly, and this is to, and this is infinitive. Women should decide to lightly trade on planet Earth. To trade infinitive, to lightly trade split infinitive. Understand? Okay, now we have come to the last part of today's class, that is gerund. So I want to give you the basic definition at first. What is gerund? Do you think what is gerund? You have heard this term before? All right, no problem. I'm going to elaborate it more clearly. So, when our present participle, root verb plus ing. Some of you might be confusing about what is present participle. It is present continuous form. Okay, it is a verb. If you in clear language, verb. Root verb plus ing, that is called verb, comes without an auxiliary verb and works as a noun in the sentence. It is called a gerund. That means if the ing forms comes without any auxiliary form, that is called gerund because it is working as a noun, not a verb. Okay, in that case, it is working as a noun. For example, smoking is injurious to health. The smoking comes first as a subject here, like this. Like this, we are now talking about this gerund in clearly. So you can see this. I've just underlined here. So let's have some examples of gerunds. Yeah, you understand clearly about that. Sometimes gerunds comes in the beginning, sometime middle, and sometime in the end. Okay, that is according to nature of sentence. Gerund can come everywhere in the sentence. Sometime in the beginning of sentence, sometime in the middle of sentence, and sometime at the end of sentence. The gerund can appear. You can see here, Regina admitted stealing the necklace. We enjoyed seeing each other after a long time. Don't risk attempting that move until you are fit. I have, I have considered buying that phone. Michael reported escaping the culprits. Sound gave up smoking a few years ago. Likewise, and Marcel insisted on talking the boss instead of the train. Walking is a habit you should develop from the beginning. Running like a maniac will not solve any problem. Sleeping in the afternoon is not healthy at all. Sleeping in the afternoon is not healthy at all. Stop worrying about tomorrow. Stop worrying about tomorrow. These are the example of gerunds. All right, I've come to the end of this lesson today. So if you have any suggestion, please email me. Okay, email me and don't forget to any write any comment, a review about this class, so that it will be very fruitful for me to improve my class by the next time. Thank you very much.